United States Judge Nancy Maldonado in Chicago case cancels this after seeing Atiku's reply. Breaking news. Hello guys, and welcome back once again to this particular YouTube channel. I told you people categorically that in a world civilized nation and developed nation, Bola Tinubu will not win any single case in court. Not even one. Even by now, Bola Tinubu could have actually been imprisoned. In fact, I told you guys that in a civilized country, Tinubu will not even have the morale to come out to vie for the position of a class prefect or even a university prefect because of his criminal records and all that. And he's thinking that he can do it now, that he can go to the United States soil and do everything. Like I've said before, that one of the best things Atiku Abubakar did was to ensure that he took off the particular case from the Nigerian soil to the American soil. Had it been the Chicago court case was actually been handled by a Nigerian lawyer, judge or anything, by now the case could have been thrown away. You could be hearing one or two technicalities or nonsense or the reason they will give. They will tell you that they will not entertain this because the petitioners did not file it together with this and that. People are actually, our Nigerian judges are actually judging over technicality more than justice. They are no longer dispensing justice. They are way after looking for technicalities. When Atiku Abubakar took this particular case in court, one of the judges that first of all handled this case, being Judge Jeffrey Gilbert, actually ruled in favor of Atiku Abubakar and ordered Chicago State University to immediately release all Tinubu's academic records to academic record to Atiku Abubakar and equally have a deposition where they will swear under oath and answer some certain questions that Atiku Abubakar will have to ask them. But immediately the school wanted to release the documents and everything to Atiku Abubakar. Tinubu went and filed another case in an upper court, which is led by Judge Nancy Maldonado, who is a female, as you can see on the screen. And they lied and appealed the case that the court, should actually restrain the Chicago University from releasing Tinubu's academic record for the meantime. And they were hoping and they are thinking that this particular woman, the new judge, being Judge Nancy Maldonado, will definitely rule in their favor. But Judge Nancy Maldonado had to shock them and started everything afresh and even obtained the judgment that the initial judge, being Judge Gilbert Jeffrey, gave concerning the case. Tinubu's plan is to delay the entire incident so that Atiku Abubakar will not obtain the document that he will use to file his case at the Supreme Court of Nigeria. But I love the way that this particular woman, being Judge Nancy Maldonado, is actually handling this case. He recently cancelled something that is very shocking after seeing Atiku's reply. After Tinubu filed an appeal to prevent the Chicago State University from releasing his academic record, Atiku Abubakar explained everything to this new judge that is handling the case. Tinubu was claiming and lying unnecessarily. One of the reasons that Tinubu stated why they were filing the appeal to the Judge Nancy Maldonado, why Chicago State should not release its academic record, they first of all lied that Tinubu's academic record are his private documents, that nobody should see it. They secondly lied that the Supreme Court of Nigeria will not admit or accept new evidence or documents. They kept on lying and thinking that this particular new judge, being Judge Maldonado, will not review all the lies and everything they said. Then Atiku's reply, it was Atiku's reply that made Judge Nancy to cancel this. I'm going to show you what Judge Nancy cancelled and the new order that he gave. After Tinubu, gave those gibberish and funny excuses, Atiku's lawyer, Angela Liu, had to reply the statement that Tinubu made. Angela Liu told this judge, being Judge Nancy Maldonado, that for the fact that Tinubu decided to contest for the #1 position in Nigeria and made his academic records public by submitting it to a public institution, being their independent national electoral body. And apart from that, Tinubu has submitted his academic certificate, the forged one, to Inec, being the independent national electoral body. Atiku's lawyer told the judge that Tinubu, for the fact that he submitted a public document, he submitted his personal document to a public office, it is susceptible and prone to public scrutiny. That whatever he's doing, he should know that he is now a public office holder and he's occupying a public office and he is being employed. Ideally, he is being employed by the people, and the people, have the right to know his academic records, the authenticity and all that. Secondly, Atiku Abubakar's lawyer, being Angela Liu, equally told the court that for Tinubu to open his mouth to say that the Supreme Court of Nigeria does not accept new evidence, it is a big fat lie. This woman brought out the evidence and showed him the processes and the mechanism that where the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria can accept new evidence and new facts. And no, after Judge Nancy Maldonado actually, went through the replies that Atiku Abubakar gave, and equally went through the first judgment that Judge Gilbert Jeffrey gave, which he gave in support of Atiku Abubakar. Look at the new decision that was taken by this woman. They said that the U.S. District Judge, Honorable Nancy Maldonado, cancelled oral argument and presentations, reserving ruling on Bola Tinubu's official bat objections to Magistrate Judge Gilbert's order directing Chicago State University to release Tinubu's academic records to Atiku Abubakar within 48 hours. The statement further said that the court will endeavor to issue a written ruling as soon as possible. The court knows that the court staff has received extensive email communications from members of the public related to this case. The court understands the significant public interest in this dispute, but the court will not consider any third party or ex parte submissions. Rather, the court's review will be limited to the parties' briefing and official record on the docket, says Judge Nancy Maldonado. Tinubu's lawyers were expecting that they will give them another room or floor for them to come and have an oral argument with Atiku Abubakar's lawyer. Judge Nancy Maldonado said no, that from what he has seen from Atiku's reply and everything, that she has seen everything that she wants to see, that she's going to give a written final ruling on or before Monday. That is a few days next tomorrow. Because he has seen that all the excuses and all the flimsy reasons that Tinubu gave for his academic records not to be released are gibberish and flimsy. And there is no need to even call an oral argument or even call them physically for them to come to the court. No, he has seen everything that Tinubu has no case. He's a public office holder and he submitted his document to a public institution. That means his document is open for public scrutiny and investigation. So by Monday, Tinubu will definitely be unraveled and exposed. There is no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. This Judge Nancy Maldonado does not even need to look at everything again. Recently he obtained the document of the rascal judgment that the Election Petition Tribunal judge gave in favor of Tinubu to help her to rule this particular case. She has seen that Tinubu has no case, has no reason to prevent his records from being released, since Atiku Abubakar is sincerely and truly challenging his academic qualifications at the election at the Supreme Court in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is why Judge Nancy Maldonado said, no, I don't want a physical argument again. I've seen everything I need to see. That she was going to give her final written judgment on or before Monday. Well, like I said, there's no running place for Bola Tinubu. In a developed and in a civilized nation, he will not get any justice. In fact, he will not even win any court case in any civilized nation, because he is only winning cases in Nigeria because of his money and all the bribery and everything and his influence. And the judges will not tell you one technicality or